We're following breaking news this morning of a mass shooting in Dayton. Police say 9 people are dead and more than a dozen others are injured. And we will continue to check back in with him all morning long for updates. As he mentioned, the suspect is reported dead, but police have not identified that suspect at this time. Now, police are asking anyone who may have seen the incident or may have any information to also call the number you saw on your screen, 937-330-COPS. Again, it happened quickly, according to police, because police were doing their normal rounds downtown. So they're saying that while 9 is obviously too many lives to have lost, it could have been much worse. Families are continuing to gather right now in the convention center in Dayton as they're trying to learn more if they haven't been able to get in touch with their family members to learn if their family member was injured or is one of the dead. Again, we have 9 people who have been killed. Now we're going to send it over to Dayton Mayor Nan Whaley for a live press conference. All right, that was Dayton's Mayor Nan Whaley holding a press conference with more details on that mass shooting that happened around 1:07 a.m. in downtown Dayton in the historic Oregon District. And she goes on and on, just commending the first responders who were already on patrol in the area, saying that within a minute from the shooting beginning, that they were able to kill the shooter, and that in just those seconds that he was able to start shooting, the shooter was able to start shooting, that 26 people were injured. They are at various hospitals throughout the city, and 9 people were killed. And the shooter was killed. He was wearing body armor and was using a .223 caliber rifle, high capacity magazine, multiple magazines. So just incredible work on the first responders. And the Dayton mayor saying they literally saved hundreds of lives. And of course, we will be following this story all day long. And we're joined now by Rod Hissong with more details on this shooting. That was our Rod Hissong reporting live in Dayton at the Convention Center. And at the Convention Center, they're already implementing numerous resources. That's where they're also sending family members who are concerned, who haven't heard from their loved ones, who may have been in that downtown district last night, obviously wondering if their family member was one that was injured or one that was killed. 9 people killed, 26 people injured. We will have much more information throughout the day. Our breaking news coverage continues out of Dayton, where we've been following the mass shooting all morning long that left 10 people dead, including the shooter. The shooting taking place in the Oregon District of downtown Dayton early this morning. 10 total people are dead, as I mentioned, and in addition, 26 people are injured. Our Rod Hissong has been in Dayton all morning long. And Rod, do you have any more details as we wait for a second press conference to start? Do we know anything more about the shooter? Talk more about that, because my understanding is from the earlier press conference, the shooting all went down in less than a minute. Now, Rod, what are they offering to families out there, families that are looking for any information on their loved ones? It's just shocking because, again, the Dayton mayor talking earlier this morning saying this shooting today was the 250th shooting in America, mass shooting, just so far this year. Obviously, this coming just hours after what happened in El Paso, Texas. And this has already been a pretty rough year for Dayton. She talked a lot about the resiliency of this community, how they've been through so much, but just how quickly people come together. So I know there's going to be a big showing tonight at 8 p.m. for that vigil. Of course, the location is still to be announced, but they're also setting up a blood donation drive as well. And Rod, you know, it was kind of unsettling, of course, the mayor saying that this is typically a safe area, and just again noting how random these mass shooting attacks are, that it seems like there's not a set place for people just to avoid. Absolutely, and now condolences are being sent in from all over, including the president tweeting, "God bless the people of El Paso, Texas, and God bless the people of Dayton, Ohio." The governor offering his condolences, his thoughts and prayers with his wife as well. Rod, we want to thank you for your hard work covering Dayton and getting all those updates all day long. Of course, they mentioned again press updates. There might be another press release around 1 p.m. and 3 p.m., so we'll be sure to follow that as well. Just obviously a tragic day here in Ohio. Dayton police are now confirming the identity of the suspect behind this morning's shooting as 24-year-old Connor Betts of Bellbrook. Now, also during the most recent press conference, we learned the identities of the 9 victims of the shooting. 27-year-old Lois Oglesby, 22-year-old Megan Betts, she has been identified as the shooter's sister, Saeed Saleh, 38 years old, 57-year-old Derek Fudge, 30-year-old Logan Turner, Nicholas Coomer, 25 years old, Thomas McNichols, also just 25 years old, 36-year-old Beatrice Warren Curtis, Monica Brickhouse, 39 years old. Again, at least 27 others were injured. Officials are working to set up blood donation centers, and a vigil will be held at 8 tonight in the Oregon District. More details are expected to be released later this evening. We are continuing our breaking news coverage of the mass shooting in Dayton that left 10 people dead, including the shooter. City officials saying it all happened just after 1 a.m. in the historic Oregon District in downtown Dayton. In addition to the 9 people killed, at least 27 people are injured. Dayton Mayor Nan Whaley is about to hold another press conference relaying more details on the events and about the suspect. Let's listen in live now from the Dayton Convention Center as they're about to take place. Again, we know that 10 people were killed, including the shooter. Police saying that the entire exchange lasted less than a minute, and the mayor just praising first responders who were already on scene patrolling, those officers already patrolling the area, responding so quickly, and were able to get the shooter down within less than a minute from when the shooting started. But obviously, he already was able to inflict a mass amount of damage with 9 people killed and 27 people injured. But she says because of how fast these officers reacted, she says they saved literally hundreds of lives. They confirmed the name of the shooter earlier as 24-year-old Connor Betts of Bellbrook. They also listed off the 9 victims, and that included his sister, 22-year-old Megan Betts. Now, they have not released any more information in regards to a possible motive or what may have happened. The police department also saying that they don't believe that the shooter had time to even really aim at certain people because it all happened so quickly. They do expect to be releasing more information. Now, the city is already coming together in this moment, people looking to help, to pray together. At 8 p.m., there is going to be a vigil in the Oregon District where people are able to come together and pray for those who've been affected. Obviously, lives, many lives, have been changed from this incident. The shooter, the mayor saying the shooter was wearing body armor and that he was using an AK-like high-powered rifle. And let's listen in now to Mayor Nan Whaley. That was the 4th press conference so far today from Dayton Mayor Nan Whaley, and she was joined at this one by Ohio's senators, U.S. senators, and congressmen, again talking and debating policy, but not really coming to an agreement on what needs to be done, but agreeing that something needs to be done in the future. She also said that she had over 70 mayors all across the country reaching out to her with their own experience with the mass shooting and offering their help and their condolences, which she actually called, quote, a little sad that so many mayors have so much experience to offer and to help the city of Dayton as they recover. Senator Sherrod Brown was there as well, and he was, again, just really praising the heroic actions of law enforcement for ending the shooting so quickly. He was talking about, the need for background checks, but then, we had the other side of the aisle talking about how that wouldn't have helped, just talking about how the magazine allegedly used in this shooting was illegal. So that's something we're going to learn more about at 4 o'clock. Our own Chuck Ringwalt is in Dayton, and he's gathering all those details with the mayor's press conference. Chuck, thank you so much for reporting live at the Dayton Convention Center. As he just said, there's going to be a lot more that we're going to learn coming up at 4 o'clock. And again, Senator Rob Portman saying we have a crisis in this country, and we will learn more details, it sounds like, about the shooter and his motive. Stick with us.